You are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I am not me. I am art. And I am live right now. I am welcoming you to episode 5. Let's get the ticker's not going to be done, is it? It's fine. Episode 5 of Art Right Now. The most creatacular artstravaganza in live-tainment. You are about to experience, and if the mood takes you, create some uncut, unadulterated, unpalatable art. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, we should take a moment to unite as one collective. We like to start things with a toast, a simple shared action, in order to link our creative energies and make sure we're all on the same art page of the art book. I would ask for you to charge your beverages for today's toast. Here we go. To everyone dressing in non-sexy Halloween costumes this year. Halloween costumes can be sources of great creativity. People get wild with them to elicit a very specific emotion. Could be fear, could be awe, could be aww. But eliciting the response of, wow, you're sexy and I would like to touch your face is like shooting fish in a barrel. It's pretty easy. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Aim higher is what I would say. So to all of you heading out in weather-specific clothing this October, kudos. You are keeping this holiday season sexless, the way all good holidays are. To scary/funny/cute/incredible Halloween costumes. Double dip for that first one, I think. Hello to all of you Arnies, you Arties, and you Nowbodies. How are you all, you wonderful little pond of frog spawn? How are you all doing? Spooky cheers. Yeah, who have we got in here? Definitely not Duda. Hello to you. Happy Halloween. TB Douglas, Halloween. Happy Halloween to you as well. Counting Sheep 222. That is art. That didn't come up on the thing. Why did it not come up on the thing? Well, never mind. Never mind. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's open up the ticker text. Let's update this ticker text. Oh no, I did update it. I updated it ahead of time. My goodness. Get rid of that. Get that on. This is the Halloween Spooktacular, as it says below me right here. Not got the chat box on. Where's the chat box not working? Never mind. Monkey Pixie Funk, hello to you. Gosh, we've got the whole gang here. We're having a ball. We're having a blast. Let's run a quick ad. How is everybody? Is everybody getting into the festive spirit? Everybody having some fun? Everybody engaging in creativity and art for this most wonderful of holiday spooky times? Is anybody in costume right now? My costume, I decided to go a little, some would describe it as Route 1, but I've written fear across my forehead. Kind of encapsulates all costumes. I'm not here to necessarily say that makes it better, but it doesn't make it worse. I am sweating though, because it was a little bit, this one was right up to the wire, I will say. Absolutely right up to the wire. And this weekend in New Jersey, pretty warm. And I have to say, much like, if you're in Australia and it's blistering sunshine at Christmas, I don't like it. It should be cold at this time of year. Maple Panda, hello to you. TB Douglas, no costume for me, but I love Halloween. Excited for this. Well, I'm excited for it as well. So let's now I will subscribe with Prime. Wonderful. Goodness gracious. What's happened here? Subscribe to Twitch Prime. Wonderful. TB Douglas has gifted a subscription to JRPV20. TB Douglas. What wonderful generosity going here. What wonderful generosity here. This is a level 1 hype train. I still don't 100% know what they are, but they sound very exciting, don't they? Very exciting indeed. What is happening here? Oh, I'm enjoying it. Let's kick the show off proper. Let's get to our first segment, shall we? Let's do it.
Donuts will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Although, if you think he hasn't got the legs for it, you're absolutely living on Dream Street. Absolutely living on Dream Street. This is the time of the show again. It is Enlieclopedia. It's the time of the show again to train your noses to more effectively sniff out disinformation. I'm going to give you 5 facts about a single topic, and only one of them is correct. That's how this works. You just need to identify which fact is solid gold truth. That's all you need to do. What is the topic on today? I think you could have guessed what the topic is today. The topic is very simply Halloween. I'm going to give you 5 delicious and delightful facts about this wonderful time of year that we're living through right now. And you just need to let me know which one's the correct one. It's a very simple game, but it just sharpens those instincts, I think. Just sharpens those Halloween-y instincts. Fact number 1, here we go. The holiday takes its name from the ancient practice of offering Frankfurter sausages instead of chocolate and candy to strangers. That's something that came along later. Visitors would be greeted with the phrase, "Hello, Wiener?" Once again, that interaction it's kind of like early trick-or-treating, but it's simply a knock on a door, the door opens, and the person whose house it is would say, "Hello, Wiener?" Is that true? Who knows? I'll give you all 5. Don't make up your mind yet. Number 2, jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland and Scotland, Celtic countries, and originally carved out of turnips. It was only when immigrants from those countries settled in the USA that the native pumpkin started to be used. I mean, it makes sense. Pumpkin, larger, more of a surface area. Hope everybody has carved up their jack-o'-lanterns already. Hope you've got some lovely designs on them, I really do. Fact number 3. The largest Halloween costume parade is in Chicago, where as many as 100,000 spectators come to cheer and fear the participants through the streets. Chicago, a lot of Irish people in Chicago, so... But then, of course, that would be relying on the previous fact, and both of them can't be true. We know that. So we'll see what's going on. Also, I would request, I would do it myself, but it seems cheap. Oh, do I even have my phone? Where is my phone even? I might have left it in the other room. I was going to say to be able to change this to red. Oh, I think I can do it through Alexa. So if somebody could just change this to red, I would appreciate that. Number 4. An old Germanic Halloween tradition involved the bravest and toughest men of the town marching outside through a cold autumnal night, wearing as few clothes as possible. This tradition evolved over time into the sexy Halloween costumes of today. Is that the backstory for sexy Halloween costumes? Who knows? TB Douglas changes his bulb to red. If this works... Oh my God, my little heart is going pitter-pat just at the thought of it. And apologies if anybody's got their Amazon-based artificial intelligence helper robot set to Echo. Echo, Turn art bulb red. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? What is that? What is going on? Unbelievable. And the final fact, on average, 1 of every 16 US households will have to take out significant loans, known as SIR loans, or scariable interest rate loans, to cover the thousands of dollars spent on decorative skeletons, fake blood, pumpkin carving courses, and themed salt and pepper shakers they will inevitably purchase every year. What do we think? What do we think? I've got to tell you guys, the stream overlays don't seem to be working. The emote work that you're lavishing the chat with doesn't seem to be working on the thing. And as ever, if any of you are just concerned, as ever, I've got no idea why that's gone wrong. Just to be clear on that one. So those are your 5 facts. Are there any facts that you would like to hear again? Please let me know and we can go through them again. And then TB, that does work. I mean, what? Unless it's ghosts and goblins and witches getting into the... I mean, it could be, couldn't it? There's certainly nothing to say that it couldn't be. Halloween style, yeah? Halloween style. So we've got 5 facts about Halloween there. If you want to see any of those facts again, just let me know. And then this is working as well. It's just a mystery. Definitely the ghouls. Definitely not Duda has marched in. No confusion whatsoever. Definitely the ghouls. And I'm happy to take your word for that, definitely. Spooky things gumming up the works. Gumming up the works. Okay, well, let's turn the chat box on and let's see. Let's get guessing. Let's get guessing on them. This is Streamlabs works. That's good. So the first fact was about where Halloween gets its name, Halloweener. Second fact was about turnips being the original pumpkins in jack-o'-lanterns. The third fact was that the largest Halloween costume parade is in Chicago. The fourth fact was about the ancient Germanic tradition of men walking around wearing very little clothing, which has evolved into the sexy Halloween costumes of today. And the fifth fact was... what's the fifth fact? Oh, yeah, about the amount of money that American households spend on Halloween. TB Douglas going straight in with a 3. Thank you, TB. Appreciate that. Nana going in with turnips. I'll take that as a number 2. I'll take it as a number 2. It wasn't written as a number 2, but I'll take it as a number 2. Definitely also going for a number 2. No, I'm going for 2 nips. Oh, 2 nips. Okay, that's good. Turnips, damn it, says Monkey. Okay, so a lot of people going for the turnips. TB, the only person going for number 3. Is there anybody else watching? There's 4. There's 5. The Maple Panda was hovering around before. And counting sheep. But that's, that's fine. You're under absolutely no obligation to get involved. So we've got mostly going for 2. One person going for 3. Maple Panda turnipsed. Is that... I didn't go through, of course. I mean, not that I want to put words in your mouth, but we do have our ep name situation. We'll go through that afterwards. So the correct answer was, in fact, Jack-o'-lanterns originally... Is this going to work? Jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland and Scotland and were originally carved out of turnips. It was only when immigrants from those countries settled in the USA that the native pumpkin started to be used. You've all got finely tuned noses, except for you, TB. But you have suggested an ep name, turnips, damn it. That's really good. I enjoy that. I like the confetti. This confetti was originally... I created it last week. And it was supposed to serve as the triumphant ending to the awesome stuff that I've been sent, where our good friend, what was his name? Jake. I'm just thinking Turnip now, but I don't think his name was Turnip. Ryan, I believe it was, who was looking for love. When he found love, there was going to be the confetti, but the video didn't work, which was horrifying, I think. So I thought it's too good to just not use again. So definitely we're going to use it for Enlieclopedia now. So well done everybody who guessed correctly that this is a correct fact, and I believe we have some evidence of a jack-o'-lantern carved out of a turnip. Yeah, scarier. Yeah, definitely scarier than a pumpkin. Definitely scarier. Just leave that there for a couple more seconds just to really get into your dreams tonight. Look at that. Look at that little fella. Look at that little fella. There he is. And we're back to Maine. So we did very creepy, TB. I agree. The teeth. Yeah, he's got little teeth. All the better to bite you, my dear. So as TB did get in there, because TB's an old pro. There's no surprise in TB. But we do have the ep name situation. If we stumble upon a word or phrase over the course of the show that you feel drawn to as a possible title for this episode of Art Right Now, get it in the chat and the word ep name before it, i.e. ep name bearded and robust. So this is the one from last time. This is the last episode's one. This is Killer Kilch. Killer has named the last 2 episodes. But it doesn't appear that Killer's watching today, so it gives you all an opportunity to get in there. So if there are any turnips, if there are any phrases, they don't have to be involving turnips. They can involve turnips if you wish, of course they can. But they don't have to involve turnips. But if there is another phrase that pops up organically that you think, do you know what, this could serve as a very effective episode title, pop it in the chat, ep name, all in caps, and then the title, we'll vote on them at the end. What's this? Turnips. Damn it. I mean, it's a little bit of cursing, but I think it's all in good fun. I think damn it has been downgraded in terms of swear words over the past few years. V hard to carve a turpin. They were tough folks. Indeed, it was absolutely Maple Panda. Absolutely Maple Panda. It's one of the reasons that pumpkins really took over. It's a lot easier to carve them. It just says, you know, as a Celt, as with your skin puckered white with the Highland breeze, you're a toughie. You know, you're a tough guy. I carved this wee little man out of a turnip. I call him Gavin, and he's come to chew you with his tiny little turnip teeth. Tough guys, yeah. You see a turnip jack-o'-lantern, and you think this was made with intention. Yeah, this is nobody just falling into this. Monkey Pixie Funk, another spooky fact is that the clocks went back in the UK today. Oh, I see. Oh, lovely. Ep name Gavin. Thank you, definitely. Interesting that the clocks went back. Okay, so what time? So it's a spring forward, fall back, so you lose. No, you gain an extra hour. Okay, so any UK viewers should be well rested and firing on all cylinders. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that remains true. Thank you for the information, Monkey Pixie Funk. Just Gavin could work as it's going in. It's going in. Gavin. There we go. That's how easy it can be. Definitely demonstrating there just how easy it can be. Guys, I feel like telling you a story. I feel like telling you a spooky story. I feel like that's pretty Halloween-y, right? Yeah, let's tell you a story.
When creativity's overflowing, it sometimes works hard without you knowing. So here's some memories that probably never happened.
Memories that probably never happened. Just looks weird when it's not in. If this is in sepia, it just looks weird. Anyway, guys, my imaginosphere is so powerful. It can create ideas and thoughts that are so full of life and detail that my poor old brain can't differentiate between conjurings and real memories. So I've got a lot of memories in my head of stories that, in all likelihood, probably never happened. And I would love to exercise one of them today by telling you a story. Is that okay? Can I tell you guys a story? This one does get a little bit spooky, but I'll try and keep it, family friendly. This isn't going to get too spooky. Don't worry. So a few years back, I got a lovely invite from my good friend Morrissey. Oh no! Why is that say Jason Statham? It shouldn't say Jason Statham, should it? It should say Morrissey. Oh, that is a frustration. Actually, I will say that is a frustration. Is that... Can we sort that out? Yeah, it does say Jason Statham. But I remember typing in Morrissey. Well, we'll just have to... I don't know what to do now. I really don't know what to do. I wish that image could be the app name. That would be nice, definitely. That would be nice. I'm gonna try and fix that because I just think that's too silly. Because it's Morrissey, it's not Jason Statham. So let's just try. Oh Lord, I told you it was a little bit of a close call before the show today. Gosh, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when things just don't work, and when it's 100% my fault. 100% my fault. Well, we'll just have to. You could tell us a story about Morrissey pretending to be Jason Statham. Well, the issue is I don't have that memory. Nana. Or Maple Panda. I don't have that memory. I have this memory. So we just have to imagine that this is Morrissey. I mean, it clearly, from the image, it's clearly Morrissey, right? Clearly. There's no situation where that could be anybody other than Morrissey. I mean, look at the quiff, for God's sake. You don't get that many quiffs these days. Oh, that's too low. So that's going to have to be a little bit smaller. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Well, we're just going to... No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, I get a lovely invitation from Morrissey, right? Monkey Pixie Funk, I would love it if Jason had Morrissey's quiff aggressively squatting on his thing. Absolutely. I'm sure Jason Statham wouldn't pass up the opportunity to have Morrissey's quiff. We're doing it. Eyebrows. Thank you, Maple Panda. I'm going to take that as a strong compliment. So Morrissey invites me over, okay? He said it was just for a catch-up, but I had heard from Tom York of Radiohead that he had recently got a new pinball machine. And so I'm pretty sure he was just wanted to show it off, which on some levels is like, ugh, whatever. But I love pinball. So I'm like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. So I goes over and I sat down in the front room. I didn't mention anything about the pinball machine because I wanted to see how long it would take for him to he just manages to get around to the pinball machine. 15 minutes in, okay, Morrissey says, I've got something I thought we could play. And I thought, here we go, right? Obviously, this is where the pinball machine comes out. He gets out a Ouija board, yeah? Morrissey gets out a Ouija board. Now, I'm not a big fan of the occult, guys. Not a big fan of it, yeah? I just think we shouldn't mess with things that we don't understand, which is why I've never bought any stocks and shares. But I figured if I didn't go along with the Ouija thing, Morrissey might get all huffy, kick me out, and then I wouldn't get to play on the pinball machine. Okay? Gives a little bit like that. I mean, he's fine. He's a lovely guy, but sometimes he gets a little bee in his bonnet, and he's not great at just letting things go. Anyway, so we play with this Ouija board. Okay? And wouldn't you know, a spirit, okay, this kind of ethereal kind of ghostly spirit thing rises up out of the board, real spooky stuff. And I'm thinking in my head, is this just me? Is this just my mind because I'm so creative? Is this just my mind playing tricks on me? But then Morrissey says, do you see that as well? Not me. And I did. Okay, so now I know he's seeing it. I'm seeing it. This is real. Yeah, this is legit. The spirit zooms right into Morrissey through his right eyeball. Okay. Knocks him back on his bum. Oh my goodness, the spirit went into me. Right? So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is an absolute nightmare. I don't know what to do. This is new territory for me. I don't know what to do. I'm going to get onto Bing, type in, what am I doing here? What do you do when a member of the Smiths, or anybody really, gets possessed by some kind of spirit? Bing comes back to me and says it's okay. No need to fear. You've got time, okay? Because it's going to take a little bit of time for that spirit to really get in there, yeah? Really get in and really bond itself to Morrissey. What you need to do, though, is you need to come up with this little concoction, right? And you need to feed it to Morrissey in order to purge him of the spirit. And I think, right, okay, so I'm writing down the list of things. And he's like, he's kind of writhing. He's kind of writhing like he's got some GI issues. Oh my goodness, hurry up, not me. Okay. So I'm hurrying up. I say, Morrissey, you stay there. I'm going to nip out. I'm going to pick up some bits and pieces. So I head to the nearest supermarket. It's a Morrison's. Morrissey living next to a Morrison's. It's kind of, I don't know whether he did that deliberately, but I thought it was quite fun. So I'm going around and it's like sage. It's all lots of herbs. And then it says that on the list, pig's blood. Genuine pig's blood. And I'm going to need, about 250 milliliters of pig's blood. So I'm running around and I think, oh goodness, I hope that this is a Morrison's that's big enough to have its own butcher's counter. Yeah, luckily it is. And I'm speaking to the guys there and I say, excuse me, do you have any pig's blood that I could procure from you for a concoction that I need to literally save the soul of Morrissey? And the guy behind the counter, he's a little bit surly. He's clearly there just for a paycheck. Butchering it's not his passion. So he's like, yeah, well, I've got some pig's blood, but I can't exactly sell it to you, can I? And so I say, okay, no, I appreciate that. Could we work something out into, is there anything of mine that you could, that you would like? And he said, can you do any breakdancing or any stuff like that? And so now I'm not a big breakdancer guy. I mean, I can kind of do it. I can do a little bit of popping and so then I have to go to the back. I have to get some cardboard. I do a little bit of stuff, nothing crazy because time is of the essence here. A little bit of stuff. And he's like, yeah, that was dead good, that actually. Here's a bag of blood. So he gives me the bag of blood. I purchase the stuff. And here's an interesting thing. On the way out, this is kind of summertime. Well, it's kind of end of summer, really. And it was, here's some offers. And it was like all of the summer outdoor stuff that was on offer now because they're not, they need to get rid of it to sort out their inventory. And there was a big bag of water balloons. For I think it was like 70p or something, like real cheap stuff. I was like, I know that time was tight, guys, but I needed to, yeah. So then I rush back to Morrissey's house and he's still pretty much in the same way. He's undone his shirt now, which, to be honest, he was kind of, halfway. He's a low buttoner, Morrissey. So he's kind of just undone 3 extra buttons and he's like, oh my goodness, this is so painful. So I say, Morrissey, I've got this stuff. I'm mixing up this little thing. You need to take this. And he says, what's in this? And I say, is, sage. It's, has, I think there was some turmeric, but that might have just been for good digestion. And I say, and some pig's blood. Now, obviously, I'm sure you'd be aware, he's a huge vegetarian. Absolutely not. I'm a vegetarian. Meat is murder. Right? So I'm like, if he's not going to take this, then this is all going to, he's going to be possessed by a demon, and then who knows what's going to happen, yeah? Who knows when his next album's going to come out? So he's like crawling off into his garden, which was pretty spacious, to be fair to him. And so now I'm like, right. I've got the water balloons. So I'm pouring this stuff into water balloons, and you'll never guess, guys, I'm in a situation where I'm literally whipping water balloons full of pig's blood and all kinds of other stuff at Morrissey, hoping that I can get enough of it into his mouth to stop him being possessed by a demon. And I'll be honest with you, it took me like 11 water balloons. So he was covered in the stuff. And it was at the end of summer, but it was still a little bit warm. So it's really starting to smell. So not necessarily Morrissey's finest hour, but we made it happen. He's not going to thank me. He wouldn't have thanked me. Yeah. Too proud for that. And he really doesn't like the animal stuff, but I thought it's a necessary evil. And the blood's already out of the pig, so I'm not killing any. But yeah, it was a tough time for us all. But I managed to make it happen. The sad thing is that he was so shook up after it, I didn't even get to go on the pinball machine. A little bit disappointing. An epic tale. It is an epic tale. Obviously, the sad thing of it all is that this almost definitely didn't happen, because at this point, I don't think he actually lives close to a Morrison's, and so it's like, what can be true? No pinball, yeah. So a tough one, but and a little bit spooky, but hopefully not too scary for you all. Not too scary for you all. What have we got? We've got some ep names going on here. Real spooky stuff. Lovely. Here's a bag of blood. Lovely. I mean, good one for the Halloween special. Maple Panda. Glad it didn't get into his problematic views. Yeah, sometime. I think if he hadn't been so scared in pain because of the demon that was trying to connect itself to its soul, it wouldn't have surprised me if he had asked where the guy came from who worked at the butcher's. Do you know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. I don't think it was necessarily important for the story, but I know he would have asked. What have we got? Here's a bag of blood. Oh, he doesn't like eating meat. He really doesn't like eating meat. The detail on the lack of passion from the butcher suggests it was real. Yeah, he was, he was there, he's just making ends meet, as we all are. If you only had to do the easy things, you wouldn't be a true friend or something like that. This is it. This is what makes me a good friend, potentially, of Morrissey, if that did happen, which it might not have happened. Real spooky stuff. Let's head back to Maine. How are we all doing, guys? How are we all doing? I'm upset still about the Jason Statham name, but you live and you learn, don't you? You live and you learn. It is sad that he is a proper racist. It is sad that he's a proper racist, but he does great music. Nobody's perfect, for God's sake. Change bulb color. Happily. Echo, turn the art bulb blue. That's kind of glow in the dark. It's like I'm going to Laser Quest or something. Very exciting. Thank you, Maple Panda. What have we got? Yep. just because it's the Halloween season doesn't mean that this show doesn't need a little bit of money from time to time. Let's do a sponsor message. Here we go. This is from the fine people of B Squared Events. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Really nice, really nice. A testament to the strength of Jason Statham. He won't let go of the portrait name that easily. That's Jason. Again, I wonder whether him and Morrissey would get on. Both very stubborn. But you wonder whether it's, too similar. Okay, let me just get through this copy and we'll get back to the show proper. Come down to Mario's in Little Italy, where this Halloween it is the scariest night of the year. That's good. I like that already. That's nice. They're getting in on the spirit of things. Try our themed dishes: arachnocini. Arachnocini. I don't love that. Horrifarfalli pasta in a ragu sauce. Farfalle pasta in a ragu sauce, one would assume. Again, I wonder whether they could have worked a little harder on that. Raviolant. Like ravioli and violent. But that doesn't work because okay. Fettuccine Alfredo, that's better. Rabu, TB, like ragu, but RABOO. We are lucky you're here to translate, not me. I want these guys to get the most out of the, if they spent the money, they deserve to get, right? Fettuccine Alfredo and our sausage calzone. That's just a long O. I'm not sure that's necessarily spooky. Our tomato sauces have all been made the colour of blood. Again, isn't that just red? Aren't tomato? And all of our ice cream is chilled. Again, it's an interesting approach they've taken. Okay. Are you ready for the scariest bit? I'm ready for a scary bit, I will say. I'm not sure it's been particularly scary, Mario's. But I'm pulling for you guys. We recently got a food cleanliness rating of D. So if you ask us whether you'll get ill from eating here, the best we can say is probably not. Lots of places this Halloween will try to scare you, but we're the only ones with the cojones to back up our words. All dishes cost $4 more than usual. So there's Mario's. In Little Italy. If any of you are in the New York area, feel free to pop along to spend a little bit more money than usual on some vaguely, I don't know whether that's unkind, but vaguely Halloween-themed dishes. There we go. That's how it works. What time is it? 16:45. We might be pushing it over a little bit here. But we've only got one segment left. But I think it's one that you're going to enjoy. I hope so, at least. And of course, let's not forget any app names that pop up. Let me hear them. We've got 4 so far. We'll see what we get by the end of it. Here we go.
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
It's art bet time, guys. Art bet time. Oh, everybody loves a bit of art bet, don't they? Everybody loves a bit of art bet. So without further ado, that works a little bit better than how Mario's is using it. Without further ado, let's see what we've got this episode. Over to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge is entitled Fear. I know thy name. Fear. It's why we're all here. It's the reason for the season. Fear is to Halloween what Jesus is to Christmas, or what winged bow and arrow babies are to Valentine's Day. In fact, I assume that's probably why you've written the word fear on your forehead, isn't it, Notme?
That is not me, yeah. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
It's a great costume, buddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that.
Halloween is a celebration and castigation of our fears. We dress up as our fears in order to conquer them and to let all of the cowboys and pirates and vampires know, hey, we do not fear you. Sometimes we let them know we don't fear them by making them sexy. One element of truly getting to know a fear is to give it an official name. It just takes the sting out of it. But how many of these official names do we know? To help test this, I conquered one of my own fears, that of asking my work colleagues to help me with an art challenge. It wasn't easy, my God, they're so young, but by goodness I did it. So let's get to know them right now. Over to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Let's meet our contestants and our competitors for today's art challenge. We have
Arnold Schwarzenegger here.
Arnold Schwarzenegger to my left, and to my right, Juju. Let's get to know them a little bit to give you a little bit more insight to make a much more informed guess for your guesses. So first to you, Arnold. What would you say would be your favourite type of lettuce?
The green one.
The green lettuce, lovely. And Juju, please tell me, who is your favourite Hollywood Chris?
What?
Your favourite Hollywood Chris. A lot of Chris's out there in Hollywood, but which would you say was your favourite?
Evans, I want to say.
Chris Evans. Wonderful, wonderful choices. And how do you guys think you will do at this? How are you self-assessing your chances in this fear-based competition?
Juju, are you ready to lose?
I have anxiety, so maybe not.
This looks to be an uneven contest. Hi there. An uneven contest, but we're going to do our best and you can make your choices. Back to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Arnold and Juju will be presented with a series of Latin names of fears, and their job will be to conquer or identify which fear they are. First to 5 wins. That's their art challenge. Your art bet is simply, what will the difference in score be between the winner and the loser? Back to you, Notme.
Well, there we go. There we go. A lot of excitement here. Yeah, I will say, and I don't wish to stomp over anybody's dreams here. That isn't the real Arnold Schwarzenegger. I did say to my colleagues that they were under absolutely no obligation to use their real names, and they did take that to heart. But if they want to be referred to as Juju and Arnold, then I'm certainly not going to stand in their way. Maybe that's a cool young person thing. Nana Holwop did a little betting on the ponies last night, ready to keep the gambling train running. That's wonderful, although obviously this isn't for money. This is just for fun. But I'm happy to be able to facilitate your extra betting. I wear my fear on my forehead. Thank you, TB. Thank you, TB. That's a lovely... Yeah, if it's on my forehead, it can't be in my heart. Star Shadow Challenge, this would be a good quiz question. It would be a good quiz question. Yeah, maybe I should have saved it for a quiz. We can come up with other quiz questions. There we go. Loving the triple not me's. Thank you, definitely. It's nice to it's just nice to be amongst friends, I think. I'd watch a buddy cop movie with Juju and Arnold. I will pass that information on to them. They will be very pleased to hear that. You can't make your guesses yet, though, guys. You know a little bit about them. You know what their favourite lettuce is and their favourite Hollywood Chris, but you don't know all the details of the thing. So let's see some other stuff that you might need to know. Things to consider. Here we go. Thing number 1. Very simple and straightforward. The fears will be written down, so the competitors will see the spellings. Okay? What more is there to know? Well, I'm glad you asked, TB. Number 1, the fears will be written down, so the competitors will see the spellings. So spelling not going to be a factor in this. Number 2, to have a guess, they must first buzz in by screaming. I thought that was appropriate with this being a fear-based challenge. A little scream, and that's the equivalent of them pressing a buzzer because just didn't have the budget for a buzzer. And the final thing to consider, regardless of who buzzes in, both competitors will get a guess if they wish. So if it's not just buzz, make a guess, if that's wrong, then we're done. It will pass back over to the other person. So these are extra things that you needed to know. That changes everything. Yeah, it's a big one, Nana. It's a big one. So these are our options. Very simple. These are the only options that it could possibly be. So obviously, whoever wins is going to finish up with 5 points. So basically, this is looking at how many points is the loser going to have. So if the loser gets 4 points, if it's neck and neck, we think, then we're going with option A. If it's B, it's going to be number 2, C, 3, And E, if you think it's going to be complete domination. It doesn't matter which one, whether Juju or Arnold is going to be top dog. Whichever one you think it's going to be, that's great. I will not ask you to specify. But if you think they're absolutely going to wipe the floor with the other one, then you've got to go for E. If it's going to be a 5-0 drubbing. So what have you got? TB Douglas going for a C. I think it's going to be 5-2. Nana Hobbob going for an E. Very bold. Maple Panda with a B. Monkey Pixie Funk. How many percent? 100,000% E. Interesting. Definitely not due to D. Gosh. Okay. Interesting. So we've got 1 for B, 1 for C, 1 for D, and 2 for E. It's exciting. Obviously, I know the answer, but I'll never tell. And obviously, the fun part of this game, hopefully, is that you guys can play along yourselves. If you know the answer, feel free to just shout it out as loud as you can wherever you are. And we'll all have a lot of fun. Let's get going. Let's see what we've got. Back to you, Notme.
Thank you, Notme. Our competitors are primed and ready. They are aware, of course, of the scream buzzer system. Can we just have a quick test of this? Arnold, can I hear your scream, please? Ah! And Juju? Ah! Okay. If we are ready, let us begin. Our first fear. Coulrophobia.
Arnold. It's a fear of Collins.
Incorrect. Juju, anything from you?
Fear of cauldrons?
Cauldrons? No. Coulrophobia? Fear of clowns. Fear of clowns. Our next phobia is agoraphobia.
Ah! Spiders.
Arnold. Incorrect. Juju, anything from you?
Oh my god, I know this one.
I think you do as well. Agoraphobia, fear of open spaces.
Oh my god, I was gonna say holes, but that, okay.
Oh, that's trichophobia.
That's trichophobia, but spaces, yes, okay.
A lot of disappointment so far. 0 for 2. This is what's known in the business as a bad start, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to pull this back. Our third fear, emetophobia. Emetophobia. E-M-E-T-O phobia.
Fear of the metaverse.
Fear of the metaverse. Incorrect. Emetophobia. Fear of
Smells?
vomiting. Gynophobia. Gynophobia. Yes.
It's a fear of vaginas.
It's
a fear of genitals.
I think we're going to give it to him. It's fear of women. Fear of women. Gynophobia. So that is 1-0. We're getting there now. It's 1-0. Next is triskaidekaphobia.
Oh wait, maybe I don't know this one.
You've got it.
No, I don't.
So close. Tip of the tongue.
No, it is on the tip of the tongue. I'm sorry.
Nothing. Anything from you, Arnold?
Fear of Triscuits.
Fear of Triscuits. It's close. It's fear of the number 13.
That's what it was.
What?
That is what it was.
Okay.
Next up, we've got xenophobia. I think that was Arnold first.
It's something that Europeans do a lot. It's it's a fear of like people from other nations. It's kind of like racism, but it's for nations instead of.
Foreigners or strangers, absolutely. 2-0. Congratulations, Arnold. You're doing well. You're doing well. Zwigophobia. I'd be very impressed if you knew this one. Yes.
Fear of lasers?
That's a nice one. That's a nice one. A very valid fear, but not quite. I'll say I'm putting this in largely for my dog audience. There's a clue.
Fear of dog toys?
No, because of course dogs love dog toys, don't they? But they are afraid of the vacuum cleaner. It's a fear of vacuum cleaners. Shout out to you, Jesus. Okay, next phobia. Somniphobia. What do I... Yes.
Fear of touch.
No, not fear of touch. Anything from you, Juju? No. Yes.
Fear of internal organs.
No. Somniphobia, as in somnambulism, sleepwalking. It's fear of sleep. Fear of sleep. You'll notice that as we get towards the end, when I was panicking a little bit that we wouldn't get any of them, they might get a little bit easier. Next one up, claustrophobia. Yes.
Fear of like small closeted spaces.
Enclosed spaces, congratulations. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. You're back in the game. Very exciting. Pedophobia. Yes.
Fear of small children.
Fear of children, absolutely. It's neck and neck, guys. Can you feel the tension? Certainly can on this sofa. Melanophobia. Yes.
Fear of sadness.
Nope, not fear of sadness.
Darker, like.
Careful.
I'm trying to think. Darkness.
Fear of the color black. I'm going to give it to him.
I was going to.
Equinophobia. Yes.
It's fear of equinox. Fear of.
Don't go down there. Not equinox.
Fear of equality.
Interesting, but no, that's not quite right. Equinophobia. Fear of horses. Equestrian. Insectophobia. Yes.
Fear of insects.
Sometimes it's say what you see. Absolutely. So is that 3-all? Podophobia. Yes.
Fear of feet.
Absolutely. Podophobia. 4-3. This is game point, guys. If Arnold Schwarzenegger, the man sitting to my left, gets one more, it's game over. To my left.
Oh, to your left. Yes. Arnold.
Sometimes left and right's tricky as well. Here we go. Absolutely fine. Pyrophobia. Yes?
Fear of fire.
Fear of fire. We did it, guys. It seems like it's been made up, but it's absolutely legitimate. This is 4-all. This is the final one. We mentioned it earlier, trypophobia.
Fear.
I think that was actually Juju, I'm afraid.
Fear of small holes.
Fear of small holes. The victor, ladies and gentlemen, and the victor. Congratulations. Let's hold the arm up. Well done. And a wonderful work there from you, Arnold, as well, 4-all. Look at that. That's what we love to see. A lovely handshake. Fantastic work. That worked really well. It was probably about 20 minutes doing it live. Let's see what it edits down to as we go back to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Wow, that was tremendously exciting. 5-4. Who would have guessed it? Well, some of you, I assume.
Nope.
But what did we learn here? Well, I learned that some of the fears that I believed were quite easy to identify were in fact not so easy to identify. But maybe the real fear that was going on in that art challenge was the fear of messing up in front of a camera, aka pressure. It's a fear that I don't really feel because, of course, I rarely mess up anymore. Wait, that wasn't right. We'll do one more. I rarely moss up anymore. Wait, no, that was still one. Yeah, this is the last one. I rarely mess up, Annie Hall. Wait, I'm not doing. Just edit together a good one from those takes. Yeah, because of course I rarely mess up anymore. Back to you, Notme.
Thanks, Notme. Wow. So nobody comes away with the victory. What a shame. It's a winless situation, but still fun. Still fun, I hope. An incredible game. Let's see some of these. Let's go to some of these comments, shall we? Monkey Piggy's Funk got it immediately, feeling uncomfortable with my choice. Yep, feeling uncomfortable with the choice. There was no front runner all the way through. Women reduce their genitals. Well, I don't know whether that's criticism for me or the language of Latin there, TB. But I thought it unfair. He was in the right. He was using the right root of the word, so I figured that made sense. Nano Hobob, how did everybody else do with these? Were they pretty good? Pretty good. Did you get a few? Would you have beaten Juju and or Arnold? Jesus, shout out. Yeah, always like to shout out my boy. Fear of sleep. I don't understand, TB. It's some people would be terrible to have a fear of sleep. Yeah, it would be terrible. But some people do it. All fears are bad, really. I would say fears of like we had pyrophobia there, fear of fire. I think we should all be pretty afraid of fire. It does burn. But sleep is one that that's only going to make things better. What a game, says Nana Hobob. Absolutely agree. Those contenders were deliberately getting them wrong to make sure it was exciting, I think. No, that's not true. That is not what happened there. It just worked out in that way, which is pretty exciting, I think. Pretty exciting. It seemed like it was made up, but it wasn't. Oh, what is art? Thank you, Monkey Pixie Funk. I will do. It was fun. I want to play. We'll see if we can find some more. I picked some of the easier ones, some of the ones that made most sense, I think, the ones that I figured that there was a chance of them getting, except for the vacuum cleaner one, which was just a pure shout out to Jesus. We all won because we learned. Definitely, you always know what the right thing to say. The shame was ours to bear. Losing that art bet so comprehensively feels like the dark ending of The Mist. Definitely watch either Juju or Arnold as the next Doctor in Doctor Who. My goodness. We all won because we learned. That's lovely, TB. Let's head back. So that does give us five potential names in the poll. So I think we're gonna. Is the chat box on? Yeah, the chat box is on. So let's. So I'm going to start the poll now. This is the poll for the ep name, guys. Again, I'm not 100% sure how you vote, but a few of you managed to work it out last time. So hopefully you're able to work it out again this time. You've got 2 minutes to cast your vote, because that is it. That is everything. I mean, we're already 5 minutes past the hour, so we've gone a little bit over. Probably down to that Morrissey story, but there was a lot to get through. You almost got possessed, for Christ's sake. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you've all enjoyed the episode. I hope you didn't find it too spooky, too scary. Wait. Just over halfway through the poll now. Have people been able to... Oh, it's close. I'll say that it's close. Voted. Good stuff, TB. Thank you so much. Whilst we wait for the final few seconds to go through, should we have that is art? Oh, I should come up with a Halloween that is art, shouldn't I? No time now. Let's just do a regular one. When you get home from a real long walk and then 10 minutes after, it starts proper raining.
That is art.
There you go. That is art. That is art. It has just been raining all day in New Jersey today, so I haven't had that privilege, but there we go. And the winner, the winner of this, the title of this episode of Art Right Now, guys, very simply, here's a bag of blood. Here's a bag of blood. That is art. That is art, Monkey Pixie Funk. Thank you so much for spending your hard-earned drops of imaginosphere on that. There we go, guys. Episode 5 of Art Right Now is complete. The Halloween Spooktacular, where we celebrate and castigate fear in equally loud voices. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you feel like your spirit, your art, and your life is at a better point now than it was an hour ago, and I cannot wait to do it all again next time. I will say, because I have worked things out poorly, there will be no live tainment next week either. I know we had a break last week, but I have plans next week. It is, of course, Bonfire Night, the UK tradition of Bonfire Night, and I will be celebrating in a personal ceremony that will not permit me to create live tainment. But we will be back the week after with a quiz. It's been too long since we've quizzed, so we'll be quizzing on the what is the date? So not the 5th, because that is obviously Bonfire Night, but the week after, the 12th. The 12th of November, we'll be doing 4 solid weeks. We'll be doing a full straight month after that. The 12th, the 19th, the 26th, and the 3rd of December, we will be, we'll be quizzing and Art Right Nowing, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. TB, you're excited to quiz. I'm excited to master that quiz for you. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. It feels, everything in Art Right Now still feels very new and very exciting and very thrilling. And I thank you very, very much for being a part of it with me. It makes me very happy to be able to do it. And I hope you enjoyed as well. That is Art Right Now. And that is the end. Thank you, Notme. Thank you to the Now Bodies. Yeah, I do quite like Now Bodies. Happy Halloween. Feel free to send me pictures of your Halloween costumes. And make sure you continue to vote on the Tournament of Champions. We've got one more round to do of the first round, which is actually the semi-finals. And then we'll be doing the finals ready to be announced on Halloween Day. So make sure you get onto Instagram. Let's get if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram, make sure you get voting on the Notme Tournament of Champions to find the champion Halloween movie. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you will enjoy your Tuesday, Halloween, get spooky, conquer fear, but try not to be too sexy about it, will you? Thank you so much, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time for some quizzing. Not me out.
Thank you for watching. You've gladdened me greatly. Now if you want more art, you don't need to wait. We can art up whenever, there's no timetable. So create some stuff anytime you are able. A poem, a sculpture, a meme or a doodle. Try out them all, the whole kit and caboodle. But if you need help with the what and the how, I'll be back very soon with more Art Right Now.